Sheffield.
Magic Chef lights him up.
And Sheffield hits this one a ton. And here they come.
And that's why Barry Sheffield is the most dangerous hitter in this lineup.
We're going again.
Welcome to Chef's Kitchen with our friend, 9-time All-Star and World Series champ Gary Sheffield joining us on a Tuesday. Chef, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're doing great, and it's a timely visit from you, as it always seems to be, because one of your ex-uniforms has kind of cooled off these days. The Dodgers have hit hard times, and I don't know if you heard Dave Roberts' comments over the weekend. He had some very self-reflective and critical words, constructively critical for his lineup, playing more of a individual type game as opposed to team baseball. Listen, and then I want to get your comments.
I just think that the urgency to do whatever it takes to win that night on the offensive side hasn't been there. The consistency is what helps you win more than you lose. So, again, it's not a lack of care. It's not a lack of try. But the mindset has to get back to whatever it takes to win a game.
So Dave didn't sell anybody out, Chef, but he clearly wants things to change. What exactly do you think he was talking about over the weekend?
Well, his message is very clear. When a manager says that, he's basically talking about his superstars. You know, the guys that set the table has to set the table for the superstars. And when that's not happening, in case of Mookie Betts, he's a table setter as well as a guy that can drive and run. And I think that's what you run into a lot of times when you're on a great team, a great hitting team. You know, hitting is contagious, and so it slumps, and it trickles down to everybody. And if you don't do your job, I can't do my job. And so that's basically what he's saying. And you know, when I look at this team, you know, it starts with Mookie Betts and Turner. Those guys, when they're on base, they cause all kinds of disruption, which gets fastballs to the big home run hitters. And when that's not happening, when Mookie Betts is probably in like a 3 for 30 slump, when you're doing that means you're not on base. So they're not getting the fastballs they're used to in certain counts. They're not working the counts. And they're not putting the ball on the ground, the bunts, the little guys doing the little things to move the pitcher off the mound, making them have to defend. And so he's saying all that in a nutshell. And so to me, it's just hitting is contagious, and so is slumps.
We're in the top half of the National League, Chef, in terms of strikeouts. And yes, they score a bunch of runs, but there's some strikeout in their game as well. And if we're to go back, I don't know, 25 years to the beginnings of your career and how you learned how to hit, strikeouts weren't a thing. You hit for massive power without the swing and miss. And I saw this on social media just a couple days ago, Chef. Gary Sheffield hit 509 homers over 22 seasons and topped 80 Ks only once. That kind of profile doesn't exist anymore in the sport. Why is that?
Well, with sabermetrics and numbers and things like that, that's less prevalent now. The guys that do not strike out. It goes on the lines of what Dave Roberts was talking about. I was the type of player that I can hit for power, average, and driving runs, but I also did the little things to win ball games. You know, I used to give myself up in the lineup to move a runner over. That don't mean I was not trying to drive him in. I was trying to do both. And if I didn't drive him in, I at least moved him over to allow the guy behind me to do my job. And I was taught that in 1992 with Fred McGriff and Tony Gwynn. There was a couple of scenarios when, you know, two men are on, and I wind up trying to get the RBI, and I got the RBI, but no runner moved up after that. And so Fred McGriff set me down and told me, hey, you're supposed to hit the ball over to the right side of the field. If it's a long fly ball or a ground ball, you move two runners over. And so I didn't understand it at the time because I was young, but I understood it real quick when Tony Gwynn explained it to me as well. And so that just told me that they think that much of me that I can direct the baseball where I need to direct the baseball. And so that makes you a complete player.
And so much of this, as you know better than anybody, has to do with how kids are taught to play the game. And we do have some really encouraging stuff happening at the developmental levels on the access that kids have to learn the game. And I know that your son Noah, who's an amateur player, just got through with the Breakthrough Series, but he's too young for the Combine. The Combine is new in baseball. In your words, Gary, how do you think having a Combine in our game now benefits younger players?
Well, for especially for the players, it gives them a clear indication that whatever you're lacking, which when they're that young, they're not polished yet all the way where you can evaluate them and say, I want to take him in the draft right now. It gives you a clear indication of, if I look at this kid while he's young and I see him 2 years later and I see the growth, I can make projections on him. And so that's what Noah is experiencing right now. He wound up going to the East Coast Pro, which he was the youngest one there. He wasn't supposed to be there until his junior year. And so, but a lot of the scouts want to see him. And I told him, just go down there and play the way you're capable of playing. Don't worry about who's watching you and things like that. So the better you are, the more attention you get. But they want to see you in 2 years when you're graduating from this point to that point. And once they see that, they can make better projections. Got it.
Hey, we can't let you go without the Chef Special. What do you got as far as a play on tonight's schedule in baseball?
Well, I got Aaron Judd and Stanton going deep tonight, and I think Cole is going to throw a gem tonight. I think he's going to go about, I know he's going to go 7 innings with at least 9 strikeouts, and so I think that'll cover the spread as well, I'm pretty sure. But this is a statement game for the Yankees. They've been on a hot streak. They've been beating everybody left and right. And this is one of the games I want to see, because when I played with the Yankees, the Rays used to give us all kinds of fits. So I want to see if that changed tonight.
All right, so Chef Special pays a plus 1,000. This is a big payout for Judge and Stanton to homer and for the Yankees to win. And by the way, Judge and Stanton have homered in the same game already 7 times this year, so you might be onto something, and we'll pay this off tomorrow, of course. Chef, always good to have you on the program.
They got to pick their poison. So when they pick one, he goes deep, then they're going to go after the other one. He's going to go deep.
All right, we'll be watching this one along with you and your play at home. Chef, good to have you on as always, man. We'll see you soon.